Hello and welcome to Record Label Boss with your boy AViiO. It's Wicked Wednesday, and I'm saying hello to you all from Graz in Austria. Welcome to Record Label Boss on a Wicked Wednesday. I want to say hello to Foxy, who is the first one in the chat, and of course to Big Kenny, to Ken Tucker, who you have just seen in this music video. That was Cygnus and Ken Tucker with Brother Whiskey. So welcome to the show. I want to quickly, just very quickly, greet the people that are in here, which is Max Beauty, which is Yo-Yo, Kenny, Foxy, and a bunch of other people over there on Reddit. I want to say hello to everybody on YouTube and Facebook and the many other channels that we're streaming to. Thank you so much for joining me today on Record Label Boss. My name is AViiO, and every day I get 40 to 60 demos from artists from all around the world, and I review them right here on Record Label Boss for your peruse and enjoyment. And today we have a record low of 43 songs that we got today, and I'm actually really happy about that, because it means that I get to talk to you a little bit more, and I have a new section ready for you. We're gonna talk about what's going on at the label, but first we're gonna look and review the music, and we're also gonna have a look at this guy. Who is that? And that just happened. So today we are welcoming here to my right-hand side, left-hand side, I don't know, my good friend, our label cat, Ringo Starr. And he's currently cleaning himself, doing a really good job there, currently getting the tail. Very nice. Now he's realizing I'm talking about him. He's like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing there? What are you doing there? He's like, what? Yeah, that you can, he can see himself in the screen. Oh, that's good. That's good. That was funny. Alrighty, so let us have a look. And you know, I realized today that a lot of people are writing back on my feedback. I just never watched that section. So today I was going through that section where people are kind of like replying to what you're feedbacking, but it was actually less interesting than I had thought. Oh, that is a huge cat cam. That is not right. So that section of the feedback for the feedback wasn't that interesting. Most people were like, you know, not having a lot of interesting things to say, and which is interesting because a lot of people say I don't have any interesting things to say, but then the feedback on the feedback is even less interesting. All right, let me put the cat cam over here so we can watch him do his thing. Okay, let us casually start the show by playing the first song, which is Larynx and Cheer Captain, Show Me. All right, come on. Play. There you go. Very good. Another music video. So many people have music videos nowadays. All right, let me open this up a little bit more. And then I'll go for the chat. Hey, Lottie, how you doing? Oh man, it's another one of these things to where the person does like a 1 minute intro to their song. Okay, let's. Alright. 1 minute into the video it actually starts.
Can you say you love me even when we fight? Would you still say you love me no matter what's going on? Can you show me you won't leave when it gets tight? Would you show me?
Just a lot of effect on the vocals.
Could you show me? Can you show me?
No. There's a lot of FX on the vocals, and what I can hear is actually not very good. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, why not in German? Okay. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, music video with good production value, but the vocals, even though they have a lot of FX on them, don't seem to work out, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. You know, I don't know. A lot of people think that, you know, if you just put enough crap on your vocals, it's gonna sound good. Hey Scotty, how you doing? The cat is having a bath, yeah. He's enjoying himself.
Back to a time when the nation had the pride right inside and it tried to define.
And this is Cathal O'Neill from Ireland. Take your power back.
The people who only knew the best. Ahead of ourselves, recession digress. Snapped it up from our hands just to put us to the test. Not what we had in mind at the time, but it's happening again. We've been taken for a jive. Just take a look now, and what do you see? You might find
vocals are 5.
Street, sleeping rough and asking for money just to get enough to eat, so your feet can be toasty. No, that's not why we fought for some peace, not to be slaves. Welcome to the new democracy. That's what we find when we look closely to a country.
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, and very old school sounding track that remains behind its possibilities because of the vocals that could be really improved, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. What can I say? Next one is Charlie Moody, Splackerville. Okay, and Charlie Moody is from the Netherlands. Dancehall Afrobeats. The boy is really going at it. Because he was just sleeping there for like 2 hours. And when he gets up, he needs to clean, you know. Ui, that is so off. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Having a lot of slowing issues here. Let me see if I'm networking right. Nope. Gotta switch networks. Just a second on here. Okay track, but the vocals are really out of key and should be addressed, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. And yeah, so people are feedbacking on my feedback, and they're feedbacking everything from thank you so much, this is so nice, to what kind of crappy shit is that, on like the same feedback. So you can literally see the same sentence sent to like, or a very similar sentence, because they're all having the somewhat same issues. That's what I was looking into, you know. How would the feedback on the feedback change for people that got roughly the same feedback? And it was hugely different. Some people were really happy with it, and some people were really unhappy with it. Which, by the way, if that happens, if you have a statistic sample and you always expose them to the same question or whatnot, and there is a huge difference in opinion about what the perception of that was, is that it's when it's usually an incompetent audience. Because the more competent your audience or your people that you ask, or your sample is, the closer it will be together, you know. So if you ask somebody how much is 2 + 2, they'll say 4. The only people that will say 3, 2, 1, 0, 8 and 945 are incompetent. So on the same question that, you know, it's somewhat objective, it's not a belief question like, you know, do you believe in God, or I don't know, are you a Republican or a Democrat or something like that, you should always get somewhat the same. And when you don't, then you know that people have actually no idea. And this is pretty much what it is. All right, the Ace and the King, Drift Away.
I'm drifting, far from the space I'm lifted. Suicidal thoughts no different, so close to
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that suffers a lot from the vocals that really need to be improved, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. And one guy actually gave a feedback to me saying that because I only had listened to 30 seconds to his track. And I know that if I only listen to 30 seconds to a track like this one, something is like seriously wrong with it. And he was like, 30 seconds, ouch. I guess, thank you, you know. Because a lot of artists have the expectation that you actually listen to their entire song. And what they don't know is that most review services only listen 3 to 7 seconds. And even if somebody listens 30 seconds to your song, they're already among the people that listen to your song longer. And nobody listens to your full song. That just doesn't happen. Sometimes I do that when I have a hard time judging a song. But other than that, nobody does that. But a lot of people still believe that people, you know, will listen to their entire song for some reason. Right, next one is Tisna. Hey Air Rider, how you doing? Dutch rap. Yeah. How you doing, Air Rider? Everything good? It's not for attention, but I need that too. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that suffers from the vocals that really should be improved throughout the entirety of the track, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Wow, easy to judge today. Alright, About Mimo from Italy, Fearful Man, pop rock. Let's hear it. Okay, so far so boring. More intro. Decent effort, exclamation mark. It's not do you see the effort. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Vocals in the song really need to be worked on and are neither understandable nor pitch correct, full stop. This is where I would start working first, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. I mean, come on, that is... Why would you do that, and why would you even send that? I mean, I understand he's Italian, so he doesn't understand that his English is not understandable. Dici my song, dici my song. If you can't speak the language that you're singing in, you'll have a problem unless you're really good in emulating the language. I've heard a few covers from, for example, Cygnus, where they're singing in German and they're singing in others, but they're usually working with either a fan or somebody to give them a lot of feedback on how they sound. The only way that you can convincingly sing in a language that you don't understand is if you have somebody there, you know, that will go through with you through the song line by line and say, you know, you got to go up here, you got to drag here, you got to do this. Otherwise, it will be like, this is my song, this is so long, you know, this is my song, it is so long, this is my song. And that is a problem. So if you can't do that, then do your native language, you know. Of course, it'll like make your market smaller. But if you have the choice between sounding like a retard and having a smaller market, I'd probably go with having a smaller market. All right, next one is Stolt, Tainted Boy.
I press play to pray, to preserve my vision.
I bray the bray.
Stop the greet.
The Guit.
Oldest emotion.
Oh, he wants to be like Rag and Bone Man. Okay, he wants to be Rag and Bone Man.
Nothing to hate. I've no words to describe what happens in this
I won't describe them. I'm Kermit the Frog. I'm Kermit. How you doing?
So I'll go easy. Easy.
Okay, he says, this is my debut EP. So I've been working on it since 3 years. So you've been working on like 3 songs for 3 years. And he says, I guess I must be proud. I don't think so, my boy. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Both the music and the vocals have a long way to go, full stop. In terms of vocals, I would try to focus on making your vocals understandable for English speakers if you sing in English, full stop. The pressing of the voice is something to make yourself sound deeper, but a proper vocal technique would probably go a long way, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. That was a lot more feedback than I was, I don't know. Maybe I'll help somebody. Rio Thomas, so it seems, hip hop. I just did that because he said he worked for 3 years on this, I cannot understand.
You know the answer to that question, yet you still asking it. No, I can't settle down, I'm too passionate. I ain't mad at it, I don't regret it exists. It's a drastic.
All right, we got some longer feedback here from Foxy. With the languages, it's for sure different on live shows. If a band singer comes on tour and singing the language of the country, people would cheer like crazy, even it's crap. But for an album song, it really needs to be good. Yeah, absolutely, Foxy. If you do live, there's a lot you can do. You can sing ununderstandable because it's live, and usually the sound quality isn't that good. People can't understand you. They're in a bar, they're drinking beer, they're having fun, and one of my relatives, my brother-in-law, is actually a bar performer in Croatia, and he does really good. Over the years, he's gotten really, really good at English. But sometimes you can still tell, and a lot of the guys that are singing English language songs in Croatia have a little bit of a thing, But if they're good, the audience completely forgives that, and it's good. But in recorded music, when there is no audience in the back and they're not screaming and drinking beer and shit, and like a lot of people that are native in that language listen to it, and then you're not good, then it's really difficult to sell. People will just not buy it. And so I think Foxy's totally right with what she says here. I feel it's the very same way. And I think that my brother-in-law Tom Madsen, he's on the label too, by the way. He's good, he will do a fairly convincing American English sounding blues and rock set. You will know he's not American, but you'll not care. It'll be not bad enough to say, hey, fuck this, because he plays pretty good. He has a convincing, show. He's got a lot of good charisma and everything. So if you as an artist have that, then but it's difficult. I mean, if it's not your native language, you'll have to learn it to a degree to where it's really, really comfortable for you. And then you have all these new singers which have never recorded anything, and they speak, I don't know, Italian, German, whatnot, and the first time in their life they speak English, they record an English language song, and then it sounds like really bad, and they're like, is it really good? Is it really good? And I'm like, no, it's not really good. It's actually pretty horrible. And to talk about languages, before I went to university, I was in the hip-hop scene a lot in Austria. And one day at a live concert, I met a group that were called Die Fantastischen Vier. And they later became somewhat famous in the German-speaking world. And Die Fantastischen Vier, when I met them at Teatro in Graz, they were still rapping in English. And didn't have a lot of success with it. because they were actually really bad and it sounded kind of like super cheesy. And so they decided to start rapping in German, and they became probably the best known German and best-selling German rap group of all times. I don't know how it is now with the German rap that's heavily influenced by mostly by immigrants from Arabic countries that have a hard time speaking German, but their audience is other Arabic background immigrants, so they kind of like have the same German language deficiency. That also works if you're catering to a certain language group. If your language group is like, I don't know, all the people from Turkey coming to speak English or coming to speak German, and they all have the kind of like the same dialect, then that also works. But I think what I want to say is that you need to connect with your audience. If your language makes it unable for you to connect with your audience, then you will not be successful. So the people that you want to connect with should be understanding you. That's what I'm saying. Right, Rio Thomas.
Switch from wondering where the passion went, forever compassionate, but too adamant. I had to resist, need to relax a bit. A lot of tender school or hard knocks.
Hey, Lada Pitchy.
Graduates, I'm glad for every class.
Oh, to be Adam. Hey, Adam, long time no see. How you doing, my man? Hey, boss, haven't seen you in quite a while. Hope you're doing great. Dude, I'm always on at the same time. I did have a summer break, though. In the summer, I took like 2 or 3 months off. It was actually really needed. And now I'm back, all through the winter and doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, yeah, I'm doing good. Lots of things are happening at the label. We have a Discord server if you want to come chat with us, countzerorecords.com/Discord. Really cool. And I hope you're doing good, Adam, too.
This life is a trip, bumping eyes like this life is a bitch. But oh, how sweet it is, a script flips. A lack of discipline is crippling. Get in tune, lose sight of everything you envisioning. Yo, how you living, man? How you?
It's okay, but there's not enough flow. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that could be improved by giving it a little better flow and a little bit more melodic content, full stop. Then I would work a little bit on the vocals as well, full stop. I feel as if your work could probably be made into recordable music with about 1 year more of effort, full stop. All the best then, cheers, exclamation mark. And of course it's very old school, which doesn't sell well, but everybody does what they want, right? And Adam says, also nice to hear that. Good, yeah, everybody's happy that everybody's happy. Pity. Yeah, offbeat, yeah. Uh-huh.
Another time we can see it clearer.
This chariot Grice, the wind won't rule us.
Never left a stone unturned. You never left a truth unlearned. Swing at the rock and watch the mountain move us.
Ah, there's Lottie. How you doing, Lottie? She's looking up.
We feel afraid. In the light we'll keep us safe.
it's okay. Second round, definitely. Some things to look into with this artist, but I think it's actually not so bad. Yeah. Kind of like, you know. But I didn't change my opinion on that song either. I like the first 10 seconds usually shape your experience. And why is Lottie's ball so high up? Lottie, Lottie, why are your balls so high? Lottie, Lottie, na 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 na. She's looking up. Hold on, I'm gonna put your ball down. Gonna put your ball down so that you fit, you know. Okay, this is King David Gemstones. It should be future bass, which I'm not sure it is. Says it could also be future UK garage, which it might be. Yeah, I'm not really into that. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Track remains a little bit unstructured throughout its entirety and could benefit from a more clearer red line going through it in terms of melody and driving rhythm. Full stop. All the best then. Cheers, exclamation mark. Duna, duna, duna. Next one is Tollison, Miss Me. What is that? Alternative indie R&B. It's a sonic seizure. Kenya. Hey Poopy, how you doing? Poopy says, how you doing, good sir? I'm doing fine, good poop. I hope you had a good poop today, Poopy.
Complete unknown. Take a picture soon.
I have less songs to review, Poop, so I'm really happy today, you know. When it's not like last... Shit, how many did we have on Monday? 114 or something? That was positively insane, but I think we did them all, didn't we? Nah, look at that. I still have 6 maybes here. I think that was left over from Monday when I was like, oh, I really can't do that anymore. It's good. We're gonna get to it today. And Foxy's asking if Lottie has a teeny tiny kiss for her. Lottie has kisses for all of us. Look at that. Look at that. Look how many kisses we get. Lottie loves everybody. Alright, Poopy says, I always have a good one after coffee and smoke. Yeah, I love coffee too, man. But I have a little bit high blood pressure. I shouldn't be drinking a lot of coffee. But I drink a lot less coffee than I used to drink. Not 140, Adam. 114, I think. Did I say 140? No, 114. Like that was wild, you know. And yeah, I used to drink like 13 coffees a day when I was working at my job as a manager in an energy company, and now I drink 1. So you know, I'm trying to live healthier now, and it is reflecting in my weight. Okay, decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track that remains without any major high points or strongly identifiable melodics, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Yeah, and Poopy says anything over 50 is absurd. Yeah, that's usually, for me, it's really difficult, because if you have more than 50, then it becomes this like slugfest to where you're just working off the songs. And Poopy says you worked in energy. Yes, I was CEO of various energy-related companies. I was a board member of an energy company, and I know a lot about energy. So, and I did an exit and started this wonderful, this wonderful project of mine. Chris Rhodes Sonder. And Poopy says he was a switchgear PME for ABB in his past life. Yeah. I did a lot of stuff because I was there for 20 years. So I did everything from internship to CEO position. It was a very, very long and interesting ride. But at the end, one guy asked me, why did you leave? And there's many reasons. But what I usually used to say, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. and this is really my motto. If you are in a place where you cannot learn anything anymore because there's nobody that is better than you, you need to leave. You need to go and do something else. And that's what I did. I left and did something else because everybody in my room was way less. And so this is now the ultimate challenge. Start a company in the entertainment industry. Only a true masochist would do that. Yeah, but energy is good business. They're making lots of money, you know. Woo! Especially now with Corona and everything. And Lottie was a lot of stuff in her past life as well. And now she's the awesome community manager of Count Zero Records. And Poopy said, I left because I can't take a vacation on my vacation. I don't want that job. Stress got too high. Yeah, I believe you. I know, it is. I did a job, I did jobs, plural, that were very stressful, but because I was young and needed the money. This is how many good stories start. I was young and needed the money. But seriously, that's what it was, you know. It wasn't like that you would go and say, you know, this is the dream of my life, is to sell power to people. You know, electricity is an incredibly unexciting topic. It's very necessary for everybody, but it's generally very unexciting, and people don't have a lot of feelings about electricity. In the end, I had some exciting topics. I was head of electromobility and among other things, and that was pretty cool. But generally, people work in energy because they need the money. And Lottie's laughing her ass off. Okay, I'm gonna say no. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track that does not really graduate into anything exciting and could benefit from a more pronounced chorus, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Yeah, so, you know. Tara Lynn Ray, Backdoor, Back Roads. Adult Contempt Country. And Poopy says electricity is probably more interesting than switchgear. I think our industry, our former industry, in its whole, isn't like the most interesting thing. It doesn't matter if you're in natural gas, if you're in transmission, distribution, electricity, or any other form. You're essentially supplying customers with their energy medium that they need, and yeah, from a talking point perspective, yeah, and it's, you know, and the sector is really small, and you know, I always try to be on the fringes of everything, so it's a little bit more interesting. I actually worked in the foreign department, and I got to, you know, travel the world and see 18 different countries or even more, and it was pretty cool, you know. So I try to be in a place where I could, like, always learn something. And Adam says that hits home so bad. I was only like a manager thingy, but I noped out at the right moment. Yeah. I think that a lot of people, when they make life choices, have to understand that they cannot say yes to everything. A lot of people are like super pushovers, and they're badgered into everything all of the time. Now, if you have a family and you need to feed them and you need to make money, I 100% understand that, because I was at that position one time, and, you know, then you don't have a lot of choices. You need to work, you need to bring money, and that's it. But when you can, you also need to sometimes say no. And my life started to get better, like significantly better, when I started saying no. I started saying no to a lot of stuff, and I started saying yes to a lot of stuff. And I made a lot of conscious decisions on what I want to happen and what I don't want to happen. And when I finally said no to being the smartest guy in the room, everybody was really not understanding what I was doing. But they never understood that one of the reasons why I was there so long is because I had so many things to learn, and it was a huge company, so you have a lot to learn. But when you don't have anything to learn anymore, and everything is just a slugfest that is mostly about power politics, more than anything else, then you know, why there? I'm not gonna learn anything from somebody that is like a lot less motivated, a lot less intellectual, a lot less educated, and just a lot less in every regard. If you go to sleep, what was this? If you go to sleep with the pigs, you wake up in the dirt. Yeah, second thing, you know. So I'm a big advocate of telling people that they can make a change in their life every second of every day. There's some restrictions apply, money, but you can. All right, chat. Poopy says, yes, I had my epiphany when I worked 38 hours on my PTO. Yep. PTO week, I mean. And Adam says, yeah, even my payout was like just sad, not worth it. See, that's the next thing. A lot of people are so hell-bent on becoming managers that they don't really understand that, you know, the pay isn't worth it. A lot of people are looking at the pay and they're like, wow, you get so much money. That is such a wonderful payment, but in many regards, for what you do and what you have to suffer through, it's actually totally not worth it. And now, doing what I'm doing right now, I am 100% convinced that even at the very top, when I was on the board of the group, it was absolutely not worth it, because you have to forfeit literally everything in your life. You wake up at 6 o'clock and you go to bed at 6 o'clock. You live for the company, or you're not going to get onto the board of it. You do nothing else. And so they're essentially buying your life. And I think my life is, I would like to have my life back. That would be like super good. And Lottie says, somebody get me a sandwich. I'm hungry, but I don't want to miss this. And Foxy says, that's very encouraging and very sweet. Thank you, Foxy. And Lottie, I'm going to feed you after the show. Don't worry. Have a lot of money in management because you never have time to spend it. That's right, Lottie. That's absolutely right. And there's nothing you can do. You're like stuck there. And they call you. Look, at the very end, I became more and more important. And it really pissed me off because people called me on vacation. I went to Italy for a family vacation, and the first day I'm there, they're calling me. This and this has happened. This and this, what are we going to do? You need to do this, you know? And like the supervisory board of the group, blah, this and this. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I go on a 2-week vacation every year, and that's all I do. 2 weeks out of the year. And the first day I'm there, you're immediately calling me. And then you end up calling me every single day as if I'm the only person that can solve this problem. And if I am, then something is wrong with the company, because you should never depend on any manager in a way that if they are not there, your shit doesn't work anymore. That is not the way how to organize a company. You need to have the ability that somebody falls off a truck or gets hit by a van, or just dies, or something happens that it continues going. And I especially hate the companies that systematically understaff everything because they're cutting costs, and then they have too few people, so every person that goes to holiday is one thing that doesn't work anymore. There's a lot of companies that are huge on this, lean. Let's make everything lean. What does that mean? That means that if we have any kind of crisis, any kind of problem that pops up, we're just going to roll over and be totally fucked, because there's nothing we can do, because we have absolutely no personnel reserve for any problem, because we need to be as lean as possible so we can pay out as much profit as possible. And I don't believe in that at all, because at the end, these companies usually tend to perform a lot worse, because unexpected things always happen. And when you fail at every unexpected thing, you're not going to have a very good company. All right, I'm reading chat now. And Lottie says she's not hungry anymore. Why are you not hungry anymore? Okay, go over to Reddit now. Here, let me read. And Poop says, yes, saying no is one of the best things I've ever learned. Absolutely, Poopy. I 1,000,000% agree. And Doobie says, I was in the management leading position for like a year, and I think it was the worst one out of my 27 years among living. Yeah, but it's good to realize that. And Poopy says, I'm hell-bent on getting back to a 100K job no more. That's right. Beast says, why? Poopy says, that's the job where you can live your life and not be expected to be 24/7. The job is your life, basically. Yep. When you start getting six figures and above, they start expecting your personal time. Absolutely. They started expecting all of my personal time. And that is just not okay. And in the very end, I said, okay, it's going to go to a certain degree, but then it's not going to go further than a certain degree. And if you're overly extensive with reaching into my private sphere, I will lock you out. And they said, you can't do that. You have to be available. You have to give us this and this information. And I said, I have to absolutely nothing. My unit performs extremely well, and that is the only thing that you need to care about, and not whether I'm available for your pleasure at 11 o'clock at night or on a holiday, etc. Because the only thing I owe to you is success. And it's not my health records, and it's not my holiday time, and it's not my time off at 1 o'clock in the morning. I owe you success. And then people were really pissed off because the success was there. And then there's somebody who, because everybody else was compliant, they did everything that they were told, and they were always bending and stuff. And I just said, what do you want? Every goal you're giving me, I'm hitting 100% over the goals. What do you want to complain about? That you can't reach me at 1 o'clock in the morning? I don't need to do that. That's not in my contract. It doesn't say needs to be available at 1 o'clock in the morning. Needs to be available when he's in Italy on the beach with his kids. Does not say that. Says make the company successful and we pay you a lot of money. And that, became like a whole thing, because I always was successful managing the company, and so I got more money. And then a lot of people were very jealous because I kind of carved out this thing for me to where people said something to me, I just said no. Oh, you're going to do this? No, no. and they're like, but you have to. I'm like, no, I also don't have to. And Poopy says, I owe you work hours and nothing more. I will never again work on a vacation. That's right. And that's for everybody. As a manager, in European law, as a top manager, as like the CEO of the company or the general manager, you don't owe the work hours, you owe the success. But for everybody else, in all my other jobs, you owe the work hours. But in neither case do you owe them your weekends. That isn't anywhere. That isn't a thing at all. But some people are just suckered into doing it. Alrighty, let me read some. Why don't you try Kenny's sandwich and tell me you're still hungry? No, I'm not going to eat Kenny's sandwich. Ladi says very much so. One of those things is not the same in English as in American. What? Lumberjacks, hedgehogs. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right. Okay. Hey, Yo-Yo is here. How you doing? And Yo-Yo worked with me there as well. He's still there. And he's doing a good job. He's always had done a good job. But people were like jealous of him all the time as well, you know? Because he's a really good manager and he gets shit done. When I needed to get shit done, I always say to Yo-Yo, get shit done, and he will get shit done, you know? And that ability makes a lot of people very jealous of you. And they're like, how the fuck can this guy get shit done when I cannot get shit done? and there's always this thing in many companies. Being successful will actually make you unpopular. So the better you are, the less popular you are with your peers, because you're making them look bad. You're welcome, man.
Much farther than you, sir. I wear the colors of men's eyes that made me stir. Green and the blue.
And Poopy's gonna grab dinner and Doobie's gonna do a doobie. Okay. We're gonna go back to music. Avi, how you know how me my day was? That's very easy, Yo-Yo, because I know you, I know the company, and I know what your days are gonna be like. It's built in. Some days will be better, some days will be worse, but it's inherent. You know what I mean? I call it systematic flaws. There's some things that are systematically problematic that cannot be changed because that's just how it is. It's a very big system and it's going to take 50 years to change. So this is the general assumption of me. Tara, I'm going to say no to Tara. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track that remains a little bit improvable both in melodics and in vocals, full stop. We'll definitely keep working, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Have a great one, Poopy. Okay. That's right. I think as an economist and sociologist, for me, it was always very interesting to look at the dynamics of group working and teamwork and organizations, etc. And when an organization has a systematical problem that goes back usually to corporate culture and to history, and is not willing to change it, they will continuously lose customers, managers, market share, etc. because of that problem, but they will not necessarily be willing to change it. So systematic problems are a thing. I'm not going to turn this into a sociology course, don't worry, guys. It is Noel Pink with Over from Canada.
Oh baby, are these scars or are we just confused? They're all purple and blue, and they won't heal until I leave you. Life felt good, so we said fuck the truth, but I'm no good for you.
No.
You won't.
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that could be improved by the lyrics. The lyrics. Vocals being improved both in tonality and in delivery. Full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. I never say anything about the lyrics because most people lyrics are like, I don't know. And this is Crown work. And Foxy says systematic problems are just huge. They are everywhere. It just depends on how the company decides to deal with them. That is actually very insightful, Foxy. That is actually true. Every company that is above a certain size and below that there's other problems, we can talk about those as well, has systematic problems. And then it's really what Foxy says, it depends on how you deal with them. If you analyze them, look at them, talk about them, and then fix them, that is the right way to do it. If you become so jaded and so self-satisfied that you stop analyzing your systematic problems, they start building like a forest of thorns. And eventually your company will be completely locked into a multitude of systematic problems to where the corporate structure becomes extremely monolithic and extremely rigid. And you'll take more and more resources to do the same, to simple things. Don't want to go too much into, talking specifics, but there's many of these, and systematic problems are a little bit like weed. If you never go to your garden and take the weeds out, etc., eventually it will completely overgrow the garden, and that'll be all that's left. All that's left is systematic problems. There's problems with even the most simple tasks that you could possibly imagine in your company because there's systematic problems in every way. So yeah, Foxy, yes. And Doobie says, I'm not sure if I recall this correctly, but half a year ago you mentioned a pool party thingy. I don't know, maybe it was a dream. No, we're actually doing that, and in a new segment I will tell you more about it, Adam. It's now called Camp Zero, and you can actually win a ticket to it. We are in the finishing stages of planning it. We already have a bunch of people who are signed up. It's invitational only, and one ticket is played out. That's going to be a free ticket, $500 value. Going to talk about that in the segment. And Ladi helping me organize also, and it's going to be great. So that is happening, Adam. I'm so happy about that too. It's going to be more than a pool party though. We want to make it like an international artists camp where artists, investors, managers, staffers, etc. come together and make it like an international music business meeting. That's really cool. So I'm really happy that this is happening. And look at the cat. I mean, come on. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that remains improvable, mostly in vocals all over the track. Full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. All right. We got 4 premium to go, and then sorry, we got 4 to go, and then we will go to the new segment, okay? And Doobie says, what the hell, it was not a dream. I'm actually kind of proud of myself, to be honest. Yeah, Adam, you remembered. We first talked about it in like the pool party thing a long time ago. Let's all, go to Croatia, which you can see in the background, by the way. That's all drone footage from Croatia where Camp Zero is going to happen, and it's beautiful. And this is another thing, When I was a manager, I always had a lot of crazy ideas, and people said, how can you have all these crazy ideas? That is never going to happen. And then I worked on it for years, and it was actually happening. And people are like, how the fuck did you make this happen? And I said, it starts first with setting yourself a goal that is sufficiently far out so that most people call you crazy. Because only if you chase crazy goals can you truly fulfill greatness. Because if you set yourself goals that are like easy to accomplish, everybody can do it. Doesn't matter, you know. And somebody give Lottie something to eat and a beer to drink. Poor girl's been working all day. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that remains a little bit chaotic in its makeup, and I'm not entirely sure it would work well for recorded music today, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Oh man.
Y'all little boys out here telling stories from so long ago. I remember it different.
And Richard the Marauder says, my company ignores industry trends and internal low morale. A lot of very large companies do that. And the company that I worked for does that too. Did that too. Does that. They still do. A lot of the people there are there with very low morale, but since the payment is good and the job isn't too hard, they stay on, and they generally are last adopters, which means they will only do something after everybody else has done it, and then they will wonder why they're not making money with it, because now they're doing what is so popular. Why are they not making money with it? And I've always tried to tell them that if you get on a trend 10 years after market, you're not going to make money, because there's the people that are 5 years ahead of the market. There's the people that are 2 years ahead of the market. There's the people that are on market with their timing. And then there's you, who's 10 years behind the market, which means that anytime you approach a topic, there's already a completely established business environment in that topic or business model, where the competitors are just so much more knowledgeable about what's going on. And when you're constantly 10 years behind market, everything you do kind of like fails, because you are the 101st person to get into it. So you need to get into stuff while people think it's shit. Whenever the public opinion is, this is useless crap, take a serious look at it, because then it's a good time to get into it, you know. When people are making TikTok posts about something, it's too late, okay? Oh man.
Y'all little boys out here telling stories from so long ago. To tell the boy, chill, my goonies will punch you in your mouth.
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that remains very simple, especially in music and beat, full stop. Would definitely try to add some more pizzazz, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. And there's one thing I wanted to say today. Yeah, and it goes towards crypto. Richard the Marauder says, like, cryptocurrency. So the thing I wanted to mention today, I know it's not the forum for it, but 20 years ago, I've been an Amazon customer since the 90s. I have an Amazon account that is 24 years old. I was definitely one of the first Amazon customers, and I was one of the first persons on this fucking green earth that recommended buying Amazon shares when they were asked where they should invest. But when I said that, people always laughed at me. And for 20 years, nobody, and I repeat, nobody shared my opinion that you should invest in Amazon. They said it's a low yield company. It's not going to have the returns like Google or Yahoo or Microsoft Network or Microsoft or other things. It's not good to invest. You're crazy. You shouldn't be doing this. And I grew up with a 20-year story of numerous analysts on TV and everybody on every speech I've ever made on any topic. Okay, here he comes again with his weird investment stuff. And no one would really want to hear. And people ask me, why are you recommending Amazon? And I said, because they have a business model. Google doesn't have a business model outside of advertisement. They provide absolutely no value that they can monetize other than advertisement, which they're huge in, of course. But other than that, they don't have a business model, which is highly critical to me because they're an advertisement company only. Then there was the argument with Yahoo. There was the argument with Microsoft. There's many arguments. And now I see stupid kids posting, if you had bought Amazon stock 10 years ago for $100,000, you would now be a millionaire. And they're all posting this. Why am I saying anything about this? Because that is what we call survivor bias. At the time, the people that are now posting, you should have bought Amazon stock, were posting, you should absolutely not buy Amazon stock. So the very same people that are now telling you to do something or you should have done something were the people that absolutely did not get it right in the past. And this is the same thing. Cryptocurrency, an example. If you had bought $1,000 of Shiba Inu, I don't know, 3 years ago, whenever the fuck the Shiba Inu came out, you would now have XYZ million. Yeah. It's very easy. People are posting this as a justification to buy, I don't know, if you had bought Tesla 10 years ago, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, if you had bought 1,000 winning lottery tickets 20 years ago, you would now have $500 billion. So all you needed to do is buy 1,000 winning lottery tickets. And there's the survivor bias. You don't know who the winner is going to be. So all of these people that are giving you super advice on, if you had bought this way back, are 100% bullshitters, because the point to pick investments is not to know in hindsight that the companies were successful and had you invested. But at the time when Amazon was made, there was lots of competitors, there was lots of competing investments, and nobody said that. It's just now with hindsight that we can say what won. Again, if you're looking to buy winning lottery tickets, that is not how it really works, you know. And when you're trending on Twitter, when 16-year-old kids are making TikToks about how you need to buy a certain cryptocurrency, then you know it's not going to happen. I'm going to look over here. And Adam Duby, as someone who works in the game industry, the market share between indie devs and the large AAA studios are so weird compared to how many indie titles are out there. One AAA game versus like 100k indie. Yeah. Same in music, by the way, Adam. And Richard says everyone should invest in an app that makes their knuckles appear larger on the screen. I think he's talking about Yo-Yo. The man with the huge knuckles. Hindsight is always 20/20, says SS. That's right. So don't get badgered into stupid investments by people that do hindsight investment, and they're like, yeah, now I know it. I'm like, yeah, fuck off. When I first started talking about Tesla, people were unequivocally negative towards it. And when I started warning about Tesla, people were unequivocally happy about it. So people are generally about 10 years behind of where I am with my investment and portfolio analysis. And for those who are interested, I also have not only Count Zero Records, I have another company as well. And I have something of a little bit of an investment fund also going. And I've been an economist and an investor for 25 plus years. I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. Actually, I have hardly ever found somebody that knows more than me in a live discussion, because the people that know more than me don't really talk to me. You know, the Charlie Mungers of this world, and others. You know, so you know, don't believe the hype. That is always. That's just what I want to say. If you want to invest in something and you believe in something, then do it. You know, if you think that this company who's putting out a new drink, and you know the product, and you know what they're doing, and you believe this drink, this product is going to make it, do it. But do not buy something that you have no idea of. I see so many people buying cryptocurrency, and these people don't even know what cryptocurrency is. They could not explain you any way that it works. If you do not know that Grayscale owns 45% of every Bitcoin on the planet, then you shouldn't invest in Bitcoin. And if you know that Grayscale owns 45% of every Bitcoin on the planet, then you should come to a certain conclusion about who controls that market. Because Bitcoin is a completely unregulated market. And if you have one company that has 45% of the market share, that means they have unlimited price control, and it's an unregulated market, which means they can exert this unlimited price control, which means that Grayscale at this point has the ability to change the price of Bitcoin into anything they want. And every single cryptocurrency is completely pegged to the value of Bitcoin, which means that Grayscale at this point has the ability to change the prices of every single cryptocurrency at their complete behest. There is absolutely nothing you can do. These fuckers start selling, prices go plummeting, they start buying, prices go up. So when you do technical analysis about cryptocurrency, be sure to understand that when Grayscale starts to do something, you can throw your technical analysis out the window, because they're going to do with the crypto course whatever they want. And a lot of people, you know, invest in this market and they don't even know who the biggest player is, who controls the price, just nothing. So a lot of people are just very, very ignorant. Just like in music. All right, Doobie, I recently started mining during the night. People, I'm actually making money enough for some beers on the weekend, and my room is warmer in the summertime than so. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes. We looked into Bitcoin mining as well, and we did some calculations, and we found out that we'd have a great business case if you were to go to Ethiopia or other countries where the power prices are extremely low. So in most places in the world, it doesn't really pay off because the electricity is just too expensive for that. And mining is heavily dependent on the progression, of course, and of course, electricity price. So there's a lot of things people don't necessarily take into account. I really enjoy sleeping to the white noise of my GPU dying. And Foxy says, if a value of a currency can be extremely changed by one man's tweet, man, something stinks. Yeah, absolutely. And cryptos are not a currency. I know a lot of people say that, but crypto are not currencies as we call it. They are generally what we would categorize as a, damn it, what's the American word? As a security, as a option. They are essentially the promise of value. They are not value. But there's a huge difference. If you want me to continue talking about this, please let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'll. Yeah, Foxy says that crypto cards and hockey and Pokemon cards are the same. That's right. They are certainly things that hold value, but they hold value because people believe it holds value. So they have what we call emotional or strategic value, but they have no nominal value. The nominal value, for example, would be if you have a gold coin and it would be consisted of, 10 grams of gold, then the nominal value of the coin would be the 10 grams of gold, because you could melt down the coin and retrieve 10 grams of gold. So the nominal value of the coin would be 10 grams of gold. think that is obvious. And then you have naturalist societies, for example, where they use mussel shells to trade. So there would be a mussel that would be really rare. They would dive it up, they would make holes in it, and then they would wear it on a band around their head as currency, and they would use this mussel shell as a form of currency. Now, does that mussel shell hold nominal value? Probably not, because you couldn't retrieve value from the mussel shell itself, as you could do from a gold coin, because the mussel shell itself is worthless. But in a closed society of people who all agree that the mussel shell has some value, the mussel shell has value. But it only has value because people say it does. And therein lies the difference between a form of currency and an actual currency, because actual currency can be reconverted, whereas a informal currency like crypto or mussel shells, etc., cannot be reconverted. Because a lot of people say, the value of the crypto is the processing power or the electricity. That is actually not true, because it cannot be reconverted. You cannot take a Bitcoin and then squeeze it and get the electricity and the processing power back. So it cannot be reversed. So whenever you have a currency that cannot be reverse valuated, it's not a real currency, it's a quasi-currency. And a quasi-currency are hockey cards, baseball cards, mussel shells, etc. So, right. AViiO talks crypto.
Hey, I don't know how I find the time to do this shit and still kill it, cause you know I run my business, bitch. On my rocky bad shit, I feel some type of weight, but I'm ready.
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track that suffers from the vocals being somewhat pishy and very thin, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Somewhat pishy. I want to say pitchy and I said pishy. The vocals are pishy. Somewhat putchy. Putchy. Okay, by the way, guys, that doesn't mean that you cannot make money trading with crypto, because you absolutely can, but you can also lose everything. Like with any speculative asset, it's not an investment, by the way. Doing anything with crypto is not an investment. An investment actually has a definition, and that is not an investment. Cryptocurrency is the definition of a speculative asset. It's a pure speculation. Giovanni Cardenas, another sad song. Music and business talk with AViiO. Ladi, do you have any topics I should be talking about that you're interested in, or Yo-Yo, or anybody else? Sometimes it's hard for me to tell, because I go on tangents about like everything, and then I don't know if people are interested in it, or I'm talking to myself. No, I don't like this in vocals. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track, but the vocals really need some serious improvements, full stop. This is where I would start working, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Alright, I'm gonna play a few yes-nos just to fix the zoom. But people are interested in the zoom. People want the zoom. They say, AViiO, I want the zoom. It's what they want. People love it. It's backed by popular demand. Okay, what was the one thing I wanted to say to finish explaining? Oh yeah. When people say, but the dollar isn't a reconvertible unit, then I have to say that is not true, because you can take a dollar, you can go to any bank in the world and convert it to any other currency that you want to have, and then you can convert the currency into goods like apples. So you can convert a dollar into apples, and it would work everywhere. And then people say, well, that's just like crypto. And then I say no, because the dollar has a value to it, and the inherent value is essentially by bonds. US bonds secure most of the dollar. I think like 40% is bonds and 60% is gold. Don't get me. Don't know exactly how the Americans are currently securing. So for every dollar printed, in theory, there is some value behind it. Currently, we are thinking, a lot of economists are thinking that the dollar is only underpinned about 80% with value, and that are 20% lying. But for crypto, it's 0% underpinning. There is never any value that's behind crypto. It's a completely speculative asset that is not value covered, and that doesn't have any nominal value, and has no reconvertibility. And interestingly, less than 2% of all the cryptocurrency is used for actual currency transactions. 98% of all transactions in crypto are speculative transactions, which means that this asset isn't used for anything else other than speculating with it, because it has absolutely zero adaptation as a way to pay. The technology behind it, blockchain, that's another story that I'm glad to talk about. But a currency that is 98% used for speculation and 45% of it is owned by one private company. I mean, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? You would not buy a currency that would be owned 45% by a Chinese company called Xinjiang World Domination Enterprise. Why are you buying a currency that is 45% owned by an American company? They can do with it whatever they want. It's just weird. You can speculate with it, don't get me wrong. If you want to, that's good. And Ladi says, Foxy wants the Zoom not to be there. Okay, girls, which view do you want to have? You want to have the zoomed in view or the zoomed out view? Then I'll fix it, okay? Nope. Next one. And look at this cat. Look at this cat. Look at the cat. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. I'm gonna move that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that chatty. Look at that chatty. Chatty, chatty. Le chat. What are my thoughts on Odyssey? Which Odyssey do you mean, Doobie? There's a whole bunch of products that are called that. In an international context, I'm gonna... Oh, you mean the service? Nope. Let me know if you mean the service, Doobie. Yeah, okay, it's another one of those, yeah. It's a decentralized blockchain-based video sharing platform. I know a bunch of those video sharing platforms. Yep, there you go. He's just saying, yeah, I'm thinking about the blockchain and video sharing platform. Okay, good question. I think that platformless is the future. I think that everybody that is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc., is eventually going to be destroyed by new platformless technology that is completely peer-to-peer and that is completely blockchain-based. Because at this point, there is no technical reason anymore why you would need to have an iTunes store or a Spotify or anything like that. Because with decentralized blockchain technology, you can share content from the artist direct to the consumer without any technical limitations. Now, the hindering factor in this is that there's very large companies that have a huge amount of money that want to keep services platform-based because that is where they're making their money. If you were to cut the middleman out, and YouTube is the middleman. YouTube is not the service. YouTube is not the content creator. YouTube is a pure middleman. And this middleman has one role for the creator and the fan, and one role only. And that is to host videos and to make them findable. This can be replaced by blockchain technology pretty easy. You can you can put the video on the blockchain and you can make it searchable there, and it can be direct from artist to fan. It doesn't have to be any intermediator in the middle. The intermediators like YouTube are going to fight it tooth and nails because this is how they make their money. But essentially, this is going to be the future. But for now, YouTube is too powerful, and Spotify and Apple and other centralized platforms are too powerful to let decentralized platforms take over the day. But I think that in 10 to 20 years from now, there's not going to be any centralized platforms other than for the curation of content. And this is another thing why I think that is going to be huge in the future, is going to be curation of content. Because in a decentralized world where every artist can blow everything into the ether, curation is... Hey, China Mouse. How are you doing? Thanks for following. Curation is going to be a huge thing. And Richard Marauder says, do you think you'll ever get to the point where you just say this whole record label thing is not working out? No, Richard. The reason why I will never get to this point is because I'm not doing it for the money. If I were doing it for the money, and if I were doing this like I run a business, then I would not do it. Because from the get-go, you know that if you start something like this, you're going to put a lot more money in than you're going to get out of it. You're going to build something that you can enjoy. If you like art, if you like artists, if you like doing what you're doing, if you are happy doing this, if you like doing this, then you're going to pull something else other than money from it. And I think that the principal beneficiaries of this company are going to be my children, really. I think that in 10 or 20 years, with my guidance and my vision and a huge amount of support from many, many people, like the two of them that are below me, that do this for free, that believe in what we do, there could be something built. But I don't think I am going to be the generation that is going to be making a lot of money with the record label. But the point is, I don't need to. I don't need to make a lot of money. I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for happiness. And that is definitely what doing what I do gives me. And this is why I'm not going to give it up. So as long as I can do it, I'm going to run it because it's what I like doing. So, yeah. If you're looking if you're looking for money, don't do it. And the Omim says everybody's looking for happiness. It's true. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of ways to make money, and none of them would give me any happiness. So I would be making money and I would not be happy. Then I could have just stayed in my fucking job. Why would I do that then, you know? Freedom means you can do whatever you want. And I found out over the course of over the course of the 25 years that I'm old, that I'm a person that doesn't have a lot of personal needs. I live a very humble life, and I've always done so, no matter how much I earned. And when I earned more, I just put more on the bank. And I'm happy living a humble life. And so whatever I make in excess money, I put forward to my business ventures. And plant trees with it, if you will, you know. And what's up with Lottie facing down and holding her cat? Are you okay, Lottie? Are you crying or happy? She's happy? Okay. Okay, good. I was like a little bit worried there. Italian psytrance here. Yeah, but it's a good question. A lot of people have asked me that, you know. I'm not looking for world domination, even though I think I'm gonna let it play. If you think where we have gotten when we started in 2018, I started in 2018. It was nowhere. And now Count Zero Records is the second largest independent label, the second largest label straight up in Croatia. It's one of the larger independent labels for Austria. And within the next 3 years, we're probably going to be the largest indie label on every market that we operate on, excluding America, because America is huge. But first time chat from viewer China Mouse. Is the cat a male? Yes. His name is Ringo Starr and he's a boy. He's our label cat and our mascot. And he's a really good boy. And Air Rider says this is not the same thing, or maybe it is, but if I stream myself playing guitar, I don't care anymore about downvotes. See, there you go, Air Rider. Or comments that are negative, because I know why I'm playing, which is just for fun. That's exactly what it is about, Air Rider. If you like what you're doing and you have enough to live, what are you missing? I have never had the urge to own a private jet or an island. I wouldn't know what for. I can go to Croatia, eat excellent food, live in a place that's behind me that is like a paradise, pay almost nothing for it, be surrounded by extremely nice people, and have fun every single day. You cannot tell me that Elon Musk has a better life. Because his life is fucking miserable. He has 6 kids with his ex-wife who hates him now because she says he's a psychopath. The guy has done more shady deals than you could possibly know. His company is always one step away from being completely destroyed. And he's gonna... his life, I don't know. If you ask me, would you change with him? I would flat out say no. I mean, a lot of people will be like, yeah, the money. I'm like, yeah, the money, of course, the money, but that would really be the only thing, because it's so excessively much. But at the end of the day, you die, and when you die, you don't take anything with you. And the only thing you can do with your money then is to give it to your kids. And I've seen a lot of rich families where that doesn't work out so well. Because when you're very young and you get a lot of money, it comes with a lot of problems as well. So, Grimes has not left you. Yeah, I mean, the whole Grimes thing, I don't know, dude, you know? But... Okay, Sarah Bernstein just came in. Nobody's Fool, adult contemporary. I mean, I tell you. Go on.
I wanna make you laugh. So bad at dance in the center of the floor to please your every fancy like a gesturing chord.
Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that is well produced but lacks in vocal performance, full stop. This is where I would start focusing, full stop. All the best then, cheers, exclamation mark.
You can tell.
Okay, so if you can have a lot of a lottie with you, if you can have a yo-yo with you, if you can have a Ken, if you can have a Foxy, if you can have Cygnus, if you can have Matt Reed, if you can have all of these amazing people around you in a wonderful community, why would you give it up for a life of being hated, badgered, and generally under surveillance every second of your life, and have negativity in your life every second of the day, when you could have a life where you have positivity in your life every second of every day? Yeah, there's hardships. Everybody has hardships. But why would you do that? And Ken says we all love each other. No, but it's the point. I try to build something here that people genuinely enjoy, that they like. And Erader says, hey bro, I listened to Grimes' first album. I haven't, and it's actually very good. That's pretty cool. I think she has enough money to buy producers. Hey, Scotty, you have somebody like Scotty. It's true. Love you. No, but this is the point. If you can do what you love and do it with the people that you really like, then you are like extremely blessed. Because Elon Musk is not doing what he loves, and he's not doing it with the people that he likes. He is still chasing the ego. He's the guy that paid hundreds of millions of dollars and made a legal document that forced the people that he paid the money to call him founder when he wasn't the founder. He's a guy who is driven by ego and by vanity. Always been. A lot of successful people are like that. They're driven by ego and vanity. And as long as you're that guy, you're not going to be happy, because there's always going to be another border. There's always going to be one, more thing that you could do, or one person who is richer than you, or anything like that, So if you're internally not happy, nothing externally can make you happy. So I don't know why I would change my weird label for anything else, I'm gonna run it as long as I can. And every year it's getting bigger. We're actually getting a lot bigger. Did you know that in 2018, I'm gonna tell you some secrets, the label had 20,000 plays. 20,000 in 2018. In 2019, we had 200,000 plays. Like all the songs we had, everything together, In 2020, we had someone like 1 million plays. This year, we're probably going to hit 2 or 3 million. And the trajectory is really clear. You start out from the very, very fucking bottom with no artists, no place, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then you work on it. And I always said that I want to 10x every year, and I almost made it. Kind of like Corona, threw a little bit of a kink in there, but I almost made it to where I was able to 10x every single year. Next year is going to be incredibly difficult because to go from 2 million plays to 20 million plays is a huge step. But this is where we're going. If you look at the trajectory where we are at now, in 3 to 4 years, we're going to be a significant label in the independent scene worldwide. And people are like, yeah, you did all that from your bedroom? And I said, yeah, all you need is dedication and hard work and skill, decency and people. I mean, there's a lot of things you actually need. It's not easy. But when I started, everybody was laughing. Yeah, let's talk in 3 years. We'll see if they laugh now. All right, chat reading. Yomim says, why change a weird life? Other lives are often more weird. That's right. Love you all too much, says Lottie. That's right. So we love Lottie too. And Foxy says, I feel bad for Musk. If he succeeds, a lot of people will hate on him for whatever reason. And if he fails, a lot of people will laugh at him. Sure, he has the money, but basically an unlimited resource. But there are just things money cannot buy. That's right. That's it. He will always have a lot of money, you know. He sold his share now. I think he did 8 billion or what. And Kenny says, how long have I been with you? 2019, I think you signed on, Kenny. And Scotty says, weird keeps it interesting. That's right. So where was I? Yeah, Foxy. But he put himself in that situation. I don't feel bad for him at all because he himself has put himself into that situation aggressively because it's where he wants to be. And that's okay. That's his prerogative. That doesn't mean that I'm going to change places with him, you know, for any reason. Because I don't think that guy has a single friend in his life. I do really not think that he has one friend. In all the years of hearing about him, never have I ever heard, oh, that is my friend, that is the person I work with, that is somebody I respect, that I have more to do. Never. There is, you know, a lot of people are like that. There is me, and then there's this big void, and then there's maybe somebody else. If you talk to and about me, I will always name like 10 or 20 people who are, you know, who are friends, who are helpers, who are associates, who are working with us, who are awesome. I would at no point be at any kind of loss to say who contributed to what and who did what, you know. But ask Musk, you know. Who's the guy that has been with you from the beginning? I don't know, my mom, you know, because she has to. And therein lies the difference, you know. These people can oftentimes be very lonely. Oh, I did the wrong one. Did the wrong one in this.
When I blinked and found the morning, saw the dark juxtaposed against the sun, then exposed. It's just a night that's come.
So yeah, we are in the pursuit of happiness with a record label. This is what we're doing. We're building the thing that we want to have, and that's the point. And Scotty says he thinks that he's weird or something. I'm definitely wrong. Yeah, but I mean, have you ever seen an artist that is not weird or wrong? I don't know. I haven't seen one. China Mouse says people with autism tend to focus on the interest rather than people. Yeah. A lot of the people that are hyper focused on their stuff are somewhat on the spectrum, and they tend to be very antisocial people. They tend to be not very good people that you don't want to be around because they will gladly kill, destroy, maim, abandon whatever you, because you hold absolutely no interest for them because you're not what they're chasing. And it doesn't matter if it is because they have autism, because they're on the spectrum, or because it's inherited, or because they're just being assholes. The outcome for you is the same. So I tend to stay away from these people because I have been working with a lot of these people. And one of my management colleagues made a joke about it once. He said, our colleague such and such would sell his grandmother for a good laugh. And what he meant by that is that he would sell the person that is dearest to him just to get attention for 5 minutes. And if you're around people like that, there is no win for you there. No matter why, no matter what the explanation is, there's no win. You cannot win in an environment and with people like that. And this is why you should never work for somebody like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, because they're essentially very bad people. And they're definitely not role models for entrepreneurs. But I have to say, when I was looking at the footage from from Jeff Bezos when he was younger, he seemed to not have the social disorder that he has now. If you're looking at him now and you go a little bit into personality analysis, he exhibits a lot of the symptoms that are associated with a stress-based personality social disorder. By the way, same thing as Donald Trump or Elon Musk. They're all sociopaths, and you can actually become a sociopath by long-term the effects of long-term stress. It's a very interesting thing. And Ken says, I'd rather be done wrong than to do wrong. Yeah, I don't think Kenny can do any wrong. He's a very good man. And Foxy says, yeah, sure, he put himself into that, but also I don't think that nobody knows what exactly the top of the world position takes from you. If you have a lot of money, your money will have a lot of friends. If you have little to non-material stuff to offer, it's you who actually have friends, because that is true. Because they will actually like you for you who you are. And that's just another cheesy crap, but it's brought to you by Foxy. No, that is true. That was one of the most difficult things for me when I was in a position of power and money, that most people that approached me weren't really approaching me for me. I really didn't like that. And I don't think that Elon Musk is on the top of the world. Like, not at all. Having a great accumulation of wealth does not mean that you're contributing to the society at all. Any criminal, Pablo Escobar had a great accumulation of wealth. Pablo Escobar in his height made about $300 million a week. I don't even know what that comes down to in I would have to calculate it, but I think he made $300 million a week. So that would be about 15 billion a year, which would be about 10 times what Elon Musk makes. So Pablo Escobar was like Elon Musk times 10. But would you say he was on the top of the world, or he was like the best person, or yay? He had an enormous accumulation of wealth, but it did not do much good for society. So having a lot of money does not make you, anything other than a person who has a lot of money. Makes you powerful and all that kind of stuff, And Scotty says, I was gonna say you don't really have many friends when you have a lot of money. That's right. And that's very sad, because people just want you for your stuff. And Foxy says, top of the world is probably not the best term. Sorry, I mean famous, rich, popular, influencer. I know what you meant, Foxy, but I really wanted to go to that point that just because you're a celebrity, just because you have money, just because you're famous, just because you're rich, you're popular, you're influential, does not mean you're contributing to the world. Quite to the contrary, many times these people actually have a detrimental role on the world as a whole. They're not making it better for all of us. They're usually making it worse for all of us, alone by accumulating that wealth. Because by accumulating that wealth, they're draining it from everybody else. Because what people don't understand is, in an economy, money is pretty much a zero-sum game. The money that he makes, somebody else loses. And Elon Musk being that rich and Jeff Bezos being that rich, while you're in a country where healthcare is not universal and veterans are dying on the streets because they can't afford it, is a complete joke. That is in no way should that ever happen. And Scotty says, I want to be sneaky rich. That guy, you never guess that he has billions of dollars. That's the only way to do it. Dude, I can tell you one thing. The people that in Europe that are extremely stupid rich and that are on no Forbes lists, etc. And I know a few of them. There's some families in Italy, there's some families in Austria, which are essentially the descendants of the people that used to own the countries, you know. They've been rich for thousands of years, and I'm not even lying by saying thousands of years, because some of them are as old as 1500 years old. It's insane. These people have many times insane money, but they're on no list. They are in no newspaper. They never appear in public. So for all intents and purposes of the world, these people don't exist at all. You don't see them, you don't hear them, and if you should ever meet them, they will look like anybody else. They'll drive a small car, they will have normal clothes, and there will be absolutely nothing for you to tell that this person has a lot of money. And the people that you see flashing their shit, the nouveau riche, you know, are usually not the people that are really rich. Those are just the people who just made some money and they need to now, you know, show it to the world that they have made it, etc. So whenever they're doing these lists of people who, you know, who's the richest man in the world? I'm always like, yeah, the richest man in the world who actually puts himself out there to be on the list, if you know what I mean. Wow, a lot of life things today. It's a deep thing today. What did you do there, Lottie? What was that? What was that? Did you just suck on something? Was that a sausage or some kind of? At least she's in a good mood. Yeah, this whispering isn't my thing. So yeah, why am I doing this? Because I want to. Bottle of water? Was it a bottle of water? Choked on my dick. Oh, choked on my drink, dickhead. Okay, I was like, choked on my dick. What? I choked on my dick drink head. But I was like, wow, that's too much information. Nope. Next one. So much wonderful music, huh? The hand monster has returned. But you know, I'm happy. I would like some more people to listen to our artists though. That would be the only thing. I would really love to get more people to listen to our artists' music because I'm deeply convinced that it's really good. And that is the only thing that I would like to whoop, you know? If I could, I would, that, like 1 million fans, I would like that, you know? I would take 1 million fans. But I, of course, would give up the 1 million fans just for one Lottie. So, there's that.
I'm gonna marry you. For better, for worse, I'm gonna cherish you.
Nope. And Yo-Yo wants to hear Kenny and sing this. It's gonna happen, but not right now. But we're almost done with the first round, though. And then I'll do... I did a lot of talking today. Then I'll do news segment. And then we'll do the 5 or 6 maybes that we have, and then we're done. So we'll be gonna be done in like half an hour or so. Yeah, and who knows Kenny, you know, right? Ken is such a good artist, but I don't think enough people know him. But then again, you know, he has like a weird sense of humor, which Ken, sometimes he's like... Sometimes he reminds me of a child. But like, in chat and stuff. He's like a little bear. He's the little bear, that's right, the little bear. But the cover with Cygnus was awesome, you know. They can see what he can do, you know. And I think he gets better in singing still. Because now he sings pretty good. I can remember when I talked to Ken about the signing stuff, he was asking me what I thought was his biggest problem. And I said the vocals. And he said, yeah, I know, the fucking vocals, I'm not a singer. But I think now he's like... He's getting closer to like Joe Cocker or something, you know? Pretty cool. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay track that remains a little bit monotonous both in melody and vocals and could probably use a little bit of a jolt of lightning in it. Full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. I don't know what to say. Allah, 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 Allah. And the melody is like boom, pa pa boom, boom, pa pa boom, boom, pa pa boom. And I just keep fucking repeating. Why would you do that? I don't know. When I made music in the beginning, it was horrible. And now it's still average. All right. News. Da, da, da. Alrighty, hello and welcome to the news segment here on Ground Zero Records with your favorite hostess, mostess, AViiO, and live in the studio with me, sitting right next to me, right here. You can't see her, but it's Lotta Pitchy, the wonderful lady up top in the right-hand corner with the red background, and the person who has topics today on his face, that's Yo-Yo, with the yellow background. We're saying hello to both of them, and I'm gonna do something about that. Alrighty, and we're gonna go to the topics for today. I'm gonna turn down Brother Whiskey a little bit, guys, because otherwise it's gonna be really, really difficult to talk over it. Alright, for today, we have the topic of live stages and Discord events, which is a little bit tied together because the one thing goes with the other thing. Then we have the single release of K-Lek and the album release of Ken Tucker, the Brother Whiskey cover, Camp 022, the fan club restructuring, our $500 ticket raffle, and that's it. All right, so let's start on our Discord server, which is at countzerorecords.com/Discord. We now have the the event thingy. So at the very top of the list to the left are now the events. And you can check in there and see which stages we have planned and which meetings are going on, etc. And you can sign up for them and stuff. It's very convenient, very super. So since the Cygnus stage was so successful, we're going to do more stages. And one of these days, Lottie's going to come into the studio and talk with me about the stages and what's going on and how we're going to do that. Always super interesting to have a band there being interviewed. We have the release of Ken Tucker's album, which is, I think, coming out this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think the 19th. And I think the week after that is the debut for K-Lex single and video. So new music coming out, both from Ken and Key. And of course, Ken's album Naked, which is an acoustic album that was recorded without any help of electronics, etc. Available now on countzerorecords.com. I should totally make a teleshopping channel like today on QVC. But wait, there's more. Buy now and you get an extra cup or something, you know? Alrighty. The Cover Brother whiskey that you're currently hearing, as soon as I get the WAV files from Cygnus, we're going to release it as a single. An extra, oh my god, yeah. And you'll be able to buy that. We're currently restructuring our fan clubs, and you can join our fan clubs on Discord. That's countzerorecords.com/Discord. And then there's a secret channel where you can join the secret fan club channels and then get into it. It's a little game. It's really cute. So you can join the secret fan club channels. For Camp 022, I'm now talking to you, Adam. Hope you're there. We are offering one ticket to our exclusive invite-only event, Camp 022, which is going to take place in the end of July in Croatia. We're offering one ticket for free at a raffle. And if you want to know how that works, go to countzerorecords.com/Discord. There's a channel, and in the channel, there's pinned on how this works. You can start playing it now. The raffle's going to go until the 1st of May, and the person winning will get the ticket from there. And that's a $500 value, and you will have the opportunity to meet the Count Zero Records staff, the Count Zero Records investors, and the Count Zero Records artists in one of the most beautiful locations on the world. Really, really nice. Da da da. And that was it for a new segment for today. That was really quick. Yeah. All right, and we're back. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything for the news? And Kenny says that he wrote Brother Whiskey 15 years ago on a napkin in a coffee shop during lunch. Yeah, those are the best songs, Ken. And this is why we love Ken, because he's such an awesome songwriter. I think I like him as a guitar player. He's extremely solid guitar player. He's a good singer, but he's an excellent songwriter. You know? So there's that, you know. And I was thinking maybe Ken can write some more songs. Hey Poopy, how you doing, my man? For the younger boys. And today somebody was bothering me that we should do a collaboration between Matt Reed and Cygnus, maybe on Shining or something. So that's definitely a possibility that we're gonna approach that topic. And now my TV has turned off because behind me it's actually not a fish tank, it's TV. And Ken says he has been writing more songs. Well, we will see. We will see. All right. We got 8 maybes here that we're going to have to work through. Did I ever listen to Laurie McKenna? No, that's a songwriter. I don't know. The name doesn't ring a bell. Why is nothing going on here? Turned off. Interesting. There's a lot of people I know, but there's also a lot of people I don't know. That is. We could put a compilation album, but yeah, we can do like a We Are the World. Lottie has my children. We are the world to make a better place for all the yo-yos. You know, we could do like a, and then we could all be like, you know, swaying in the background. As somebody would be singing something. Right, there you go. No, but that's definitely We Are the Twerkers. That's right. Very good, very good. I'll switch over to Twitch, says Poopy. Yeah, sure. Come on. What I was going to say. Damn it, I forgot. Oh yeah, compilation album. I think that when we have enough songs that consist of collabs, like Cygnus versus Ken Tucker and A versus B and C versus D, we can take all of these songs that are singles and put them together on one compilation album, and that will be called, like, you know, I don't know, something. Count Zero Records sings beautiful songs. no, but it would be it would definitely be an interesting option to do. Something like that. Yo, these ads everywhere. I turned down the ads to the minimum because I figured out they're not paying me anyway, so fuck them. So I have the least amount of ads that are possible. There's nothing I can do to do it less. There's two things you can do there's one thing you can do, and that's if you subscribe to the channel on Twitch, you don't have any ads. Because they allow me to set that. Other than that, there's nothing I can do. I'll drop mine if Ken wants to collaborate on some shit. Ken will collab on anything. He's really, really, really social guy, you know. And I think the last collab with Cygnus there was actually excellent. I think that's one of the high points in the year so far, you know. And Willetson says, I second Laurie McKenna. People Get Old will be interested to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, yeah, can't do that here because I can't play the music. I'll think about it, and we'll go into the second round songs. We have 8 songs left that are second rounders.
I wanna show you how we get down. Hey baby, you're the top of the game. And she looked in my eyes and she told me the same. I wanna show you as a good time. Let's run away, girl, and skip town. I just feel that it may seem that we just met, cause I feel like a dream. I'm feeling you, you're feeling me. So come right here and feel the beat. I wanna show you as a good time. Let's run away, girl, and skip town. I wanna show you as a good time. Let's run away, girl, and skip town. I don't know what I've been told, but I don't feel like myself no more. I said I don't think I need help no more. And if I do, then I can't tell no more. I said I don't know what you've been told, but you don't seem like yourself no more.
All right, guys, what are we saying? What are we saying that this tragedy slammed my door? Was that a point up, Yo-Yo, or was that just you sucking on your thing? Some parts of it are not good. Yeah. Some things are good. I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, let's have a look at this tragedy person. More songs. Lots of songs. I like a person with lots of songs. 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Lots of songs is good. All right. From Phoenix.
Sometimes I just don't wanna stay alive. Just hold on tight, cause we gon' make it right. And every day I'm gonna break my life. Just play the game and when you make it. Sometimes I just don't wanna stay alive. Just hold on, the world how to heal. I feel like everyone my brother. And we just
I don't know. Next one.
Your love so deep like a river, like a river. I just don't know what to do. Shot down, smooth pull on the trigger. You remember, I don't need nothing but you. And I don't need it, I don't need it. I'm giving all this for you.
Not so big on the auto-tune parts.
You're the reason I'll give it all up for you.
One, drop it. Why down? Why down? 43 seconds he goes down? Oh. Now another raise and drop? Not good. Hi! Yeah. I'm gonna say no. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Good song that has some very strong parts, but also some improvable parts. I listened to most of your songs that you have on this platform, and I would like to hear more from you in the future, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. And hashtagger, thank you for wholesome. Very much appreciated. All right, let's go to Demon, Turn the World Around.
I promise I'm not gonna front, I promise, though, let's go. I got what they can't unlock, and I rock with you when I drop it, though, let's go. I got something they can't knock, and I got something they can't top it, though, let's go. We love it, but that's the folks. I'ma keep it 300, we extra, though, let's go. Can't be stopped, gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped, better get out the way. Can't be stopped, gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped, better get out the way. Get out the way.
What you got me good, turn the world around.
Yeah, the benefit when there ain't no options at the end and there ain't no stopping. But so what?
Okay, Demon, let's hear what he has to offer.
Fall down 9, get up 10. I'm talking about it's all out time. I must win, I'm all about it. I saw problems for hard timers like raw diamonds. It's alright if you start shining like so what? You need faith to defeat hatred.
Only this song?
You could beat, baby, you rose up to keep banging the beat, breaking the street, shaking the heat, taking to meet your makeup, but so what?
Okay.
I promise I'm not gonna front, I promise, though, let's go. I got what they can't unlock, and I rock with you when I drop it, though, let's go. I got something they can't knock, and I got something they can't top.
Lots of people shared this Turn the World Around. I don't know. Damn, difficult to find anything.
I love movies where the villain's a cop and the superhero dealing with hard knocks, but so what? Like everything that you think you're not, you might be with a single plot twist, but so what? Don't believe that you lost shit, you know what? You go from either the boss quick, but slow up to forever last.
Alright, has he got any? You got a SoundCloud or something? always so difficult when they're not making it. Breakfast music group? Oh, I don't know, dude. It's a bit annoying to me when I cannot find any other songs of that person, you know? Yeah, I know it's your single. I'm looking for the other stuff. Don't you have any other stuff? Unsolved Mysteries, Outlaws. Do you have a website? Turn the World Around. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care so much that I'm gonna chase this guy all over the internet to find if he has a second song. Okay, I'm gonna say no to this. Decent effort, exclamation mark. The song is actually pretty good, but we could not find any other material from you, full stop. Would be interested to hear more, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. You know, this, I'm really not into let's sign this one song, let's sign this song, you know. Alright, Jared Grice, The Wind Won't Rule Us, Americana, I think that's from today. It's a good voice, eh? Okay, so I got this from 6 to 4 Records, which is a small indie label which has 3 artists. I get a lot of music from smaller labels, weirdly enough. I don't know what's the deal with that, but it seems to me like a lot of artists start their own like indie label that only has, you know, the people that started that label on it, and then realize that, you know, unless somebody works for the label, it's really useless to make one, unless there's somebody that does some kind of work for it, you know. Because, I mean, if 3 artists get together and make a label, that's great. But who's going to do the work, you know? Who's going to do the distribution, the publishing, all the advertisement, all the million things that we need to do, you know? And they're like, yeah, it's going to not be me. Not be me. There you go. Okay, I'm going to say yes, but good song, full stop. Send us an email to and we can have a chat, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Talk soon. Why not? And in case you're wondering, I haven't heard back from Nick Whitman, who was on the show and everything. Chillavision. I think he's still contemplating on whether he wants to sign a recording contract or not. And one guy, who was that? That guy with the long hair said that he doesn't want to give up his masters. Then I said, with us, you don't have to give them up. And then I didn't hear anything from him. So You know, that's how that last week went. If you're interested. DistroKid can only do so much in CD Baby is good for beginners, but not for someone doing music for a living, says Kenny. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I figured out that you mean DistroKid. Yeah. But a lot of these guys actually find out that when I talk to them, that they don't want to commit to what we want them to commit to, you know? Aha, okay, this is JVN with Diamond. That's that Arab kid. Let's listen to the Arab kid, 17-year-old Arab kid.
Sauce it up.
At least I think that was it, right? Wasn't that it? Yep.
دماغي شعل النار كتروا لي الافكار ديما ساعديني اوقات كنغني غا في الظلام كتلب من لا نوصل وننسى كاع اللي فات كنبات نفكر في مستقبلي اللي غادي جاي في دماغي شعل النار كتروا لي الافكار ديما ساعديني اوقات كنغني غا في الظلام كتلب من لا نوصل وننسى كاع اللي فات كنبات نفكر في مستقبلي اللي غادي جاي like a diamond عقلي ميريكاني like a diamond بغيت ندير العلاقة ونزيد الدايموند قلبي كيبي like a diamond hey like a diamond oh like a diamond hey like a diamond oh like a diamond hey like a diamond oh like a diamond أنا بغيت باغي ما ناسيكش راني ما ساخيكش فهاد اللايف ديما مقادب قال love got time every night أنا بغيت باغي ما ناسيكش راني ما ساخيكش فهاد اللايف ديما مقادب قال love got time every night like a diamond oh like a diamond hey like a diamond.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a 17-year-old kid that self-produces everything, you know. So I think that's not bad. Okay, let me see if we got anything else. Okay, let's listen to this other stuff here that he has there. Dalma.
مشيت ما عندي هدف خاصني نوصل واخا انا كل ساعه باغي نشوف راسي فوق السين فايبي انا وكاع الفانز دايرين بيا وانا كنغني من العشيه حتى الفجر فارس لايف
You have to think it's for Arab kids. It's not your style and it's not your, you know, it's his own thing, you know.
نسطا فيدا فقري حاجة وحدة باغي ندير غا الفيزا نخدم شوية ندير حديدة ندوز ميلي نمشي وانا ويا لأمريكا ان شاء الله I'm gonna be there باغي شي لافيشة like Justin Bieber باغي نوصل قولي كيفاش ولا لا تحاضيني صافي دا باغي قولي لاش عايش نعاود فلوس وإلا ما كانوش راك ما غاتكونش هادي ما بغاتوش عاج بنات اليوم بغاو غنقود لا بغيتيني نعاود نقول اي حاجه فهاد الكون خاصها دراهم باش تدوم يا عشراني كاملين د الكرتون بغاو يشوفوني مصدوم وانا نموت معاهم يا 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 ان شاء الله.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him in the pool here, and let me see. Think about it some more, because I can keep this one saved, and because I want to start with Arab music, just like I want to start with like Asian market. So I've been looking for African artists, I've been looking for Arab artists, I've been looking for Asian artists, and it's really difficult for me to get to any. I'm really, really happy and stoked that I get K-Lek, who is great and really popular in Japan. Super good sign for us. Really nice guy. 100% technically solid, but you know, I want to break into other markets, and the pickings are not so big unless you go there, because these people don't have the technological means to approach you, you know, in a meaningful way. All right, let's listen to Seal 6, which is an Austrian artist, and I think I only put him in there because he's Austrian. Maybe I'll be able to make a decision on him now.
You call my name when you're down with the bass. They'll be going insane when it's worse with the face. If you're gonna be famous enough for your story, no need to be brave, but we need to be worried. You call my name when you're down with the bass. If you're feeling so strange like a motherfucking gangster, the only way right is the way to the sea. You take off the t-shirt you want me to see. I don't wanna hide, baby, I'm above, cause I do want a feeling that you don't deserve. And you gonna cry as you got lack of love. There is no one who is calling you when you get hurt. You're waiting for changes and you're into love. What is the place that you're eager to drive? Baby, time getting wasted and you realize that once will never be twice. Baby, how do you know? How do you feel? How do you go? How do you thrill? How you deal? How do you go wild when there's no right with the go by? Where you fall down with skill? How do you know?
Nah. Other song. Kenny really likes this. I think Kenny's gonna become a deep house fan, or maybe more like a progressive house fan. All right, let's hear the drop and then we can continue. 3, 2, 1, drop it. So far, I would say no. I know a few. I'm gonna say no. I know a few good Austrian artists, but they, like so many other people, would rather be unsuccessful and die than join a label. And this is Mark Summers and DMT Sensei.
Friends in high places, dope is fine powder and crystallization. These little vibrations kicking like a spider sense. I can feel it in the air everywhere. Your environment, my nigga. Don't be slipping when they sliding in. And if we
he's like, okay, 5 more minutes. That's right. That's exactly right.
Life's a bitch, she must got a fucking reasons. Always fall out round cuffing season. Love them, leave them fashion week. Springs on the mattress sing. I got that summertime madness fling. Damn, no more drama, know how drastically.
That's good, Kenny. He's doing his impression of Smog. That's right.
We was living, cause if my kids hungry, snatch the dishes out your kitchen. Flip side fast is free. Way accidents. Baby, I'm the wave they crash against. Baby, play it safe. Take half of this.
I don't know, man. This guy also has a lot of songs.
Time's up. My son just turned 3, and every day he looking more like me. Popping big shit with his brand new teeth. I just copped him brand new drip for the feet. Jesus, it's like he's walking on water. Gotta grace him with the blessings, I'm the Holy Father.
Yeah, no.
No love, you get.
Okay, Infinite E, Blue Starry Skies.
Just like a bat out of hell, and the heavens gave me lessons you would fail. Now we dance and we drink till we can't think no more. I guess it's second nature. Blue starry starry skies help with telling the time. Yet the time is non-existent when you're living the line. We survive, we survive, we survive, we survive. It's no conspiracy, just clarity. When I look at you, stare at me, and represent all that's meant to be. Just bear with me. Rather fly than sit here and live a lie. Give me credit, cause you know how hard I try. My heart is open in my mind, I don't wanna close it. I lost track of time, where are we even going? My heart is open in my mind, I don't wanna close it. Lost track of time, where are we even going? Cross my T's and dot my I's, I'm filled with adrenaline.
He toured with Tech9 and Ghost Rider with over 9 million plus views. I don't know.
Demons was all on me, had to shake them off. No days off, I say no days off. They want me in my feelings, but I'm in a log. I count the check while I'm dozing off. Wake up feeling refreshed, then I call my mom.
I don't know. No. That was a no. AJ over from Italy, Psy. Think we had that today. 2 more songs, then we're done. Oh my god, then the show is over. And then I will lose Lottie. I cannot do that today. It will be too much for my heart. I'll die. Okay, so far no mistake. Let's skip. Yeah, 7-minute club track. Yeah, acceptable club track. Checking second song. He's got 14 followers on SoundCloud and 27 on Spotify. Okay. And this song was made 3 years ago. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, there's more from him. Because I don't know where this is leading. But let's... Nope. 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 Looks to me like he started making music again. All of his songs are like 2 or 3 years old, and then there's this new one here. I'm a music producer, yeah. I like psytrance a lot. Difficult. You have one song which is not bad. I'm gonna say no. Nah. I would optimally like to see a history of decent work, you know. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Arab kid in there and think about it some more on what to do. I think that's it for today. We got 22:31. Unless you have some topics that you want to talk to me about. Ooh, I'm gonna drink some water. Oh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on the show today. I think it was actually a pretty interesting Wednesday. Mostly because I was doing some monologues, but I thought that Foxy had some extremely insightful comments there as well. So good for you, Foxy. Seemed to be a smart girl. Kenny was with us. That is always nice. Special thanks to Lottie and Yo-Yo for always being there. I want to say hello to China Mouse, who's been in the channel for the first time. Thanks for watching, and it would be really cool if you come back on Friday. 5 more minutes. Yeah, that was good with the cat. That's right. I want to say thank you to Max Beauty. And who else is here? Scratching my ears. To Poopy, to Air Rider, to Richard, to Doobie, and everybody else that is the Reddit crew. And everybody else who's been watching on YouTube and Facebook and whatnot. Thank you so much for being on. And don't forget, tomorrow at 1600 is Meg's Beauty stream, who, by the way, never announces my stream. So if she's not going to announce my streams, I'm going to stop announcing hers, because she never once announces my stream and asks viewers to join me. But tomorrow at 1600, it's going to be Meg's Beauty. She's going to do another Matrix palette stuff. She's a liar. So I'll be producing that. So I'll be in the background tomorrow at 1600. If you like what you see here and you want to join the community, please join us at countzerorecords.com/discord on our Discord server, where you can talk to Ken Tucker, Cygnus, Lotta Pitchy, Yomim, Avi, and everybody else who's in there. And if you're a musician or anybody who's interested in the music industry, it's a good choice for you to be there. We're all saying goodbye to you, and we'll see you on Friday, 2000 Central European Time. Kisses to Foxy on the next record label boss, with another 60 songs from around the world and some more insight from Avi about random shit. All right, I love you all. I see you on Friday.